Let's not waste time. This video is divided into 4 segments. I would recommend you to listen to this whole video, but if you feel one part resonates with you more, then feel free to skip to the one that suits you most. Timings are in description below. 1. Phone addictions. What's your average screen time? Social media has everyone wrapped up around its finger. People spend hours of their days endlessly scrolling as cheap dopamine is constantly being fed into their brains. This makes you lose sense of reality. Your brain is becoming wired to your phone and you're building up an addiction. In fact, many of you are probably already addicted to your phones right now. As soon as you wake up, you scroll through your phone. Just before you fall asleep, you scroll through your phone. Whilst you're eating, you scroll through your phone. You're losing yourself and you don't even know it. If you find yourself constantly checking your phone, even when notifications are off, or that you feel anxious or irritable when you're not getting a response from someone, or even when you don't have access to social media, or even procrastinating and neglecting tasks due to excessive online engagement, then you need to try this. A dopamine detox. This is a concept that aims to reset your brain's sensitivity to dopamine, a chemical associated with pleasure and reward. The idea behind this is to reduce activities that provide your brain with instant gratification and overstimulate your brain. Regain control and refocus. You are in control of what you do. You're the only one who can truly set boundaries for yourself. The only thing holding you back is your mind. You have the power to get up and be productive right this minute, but you're choosing to scroll through social media. However, just by watching this video, it shows that you want to escape this loophole, so for that, I respect you. But in all honesty, anyone can be watching this. It's what you choose to do after that distinguishes you from the majority. The easiest way to carry out a dopamine detox is to find ways to replace that time which you spend on social media. If you're alone in your room for the majority of the time, it will be almost impossible to not fall into the social media loophole again. Fill your day with activities that require less dopamine stimulation. For example, reading a book, going for an errand, journaling, learning a new hobby. Distance yourself from your phone, out of sight, out of mind. Remember, your brain learns patterns. So practice resisting the temptation to look at your phone again and indulge in something else to preoccupy your mind. Try not to scroll through your phone an hour before sleeping and immediately when you wake up. Instead, what might help is investing in an alarm clock. A lot of people use their phones for alarms, and therefore it's only natural to check your phone right after you turn it off. So having an alarm clock instead may help to prevent you from using your phone first thing in the morning. Do not fall back into a social media slave. Get up and get a hold of yourself. 2. Situations and reactions. Practicing Stoicism and letting go. Learn to understand that a lot of the things that happen to us are beyond our control. However, this shouldn't be an excuse that you just sit back and let things get the better of you. One phrase that I always repeat is what my channel name means. It is what it is. There is no benefit whatsoever in holding on to something in the past. In order to grab onto your blessings in the future, you need to let it go. Now, I won't tell you to get a grip of your emotions and feelings just yet. Before you do so, you need to ensure you let all your feelings out instead of bottling it up. A lot of people don't like telling anyone about their business, and frankly a lot of people don't care. So be it. If it means locking yourself in your room and letting it out, let it be. If you believe in a religion, then talk to your God about your problems. If you do not, engage in activities such as journaling to help you process your feelings. Remember, to fully flourish as an individual you need to be able to embrace everything. You may convince yourself that you won't let it get to you, but on the inside your heart drops and your mind is fully occupied with thoughts. Embrace all this. In order to move on, you have to take this head on. Fight through it instead of avoiding it. Bottling it all up can do you even more harm than the harm that was done to you in the first place. Take a deep breath and let it go. Healing can vary from weeks to years. Be patient with yourself. It's only normal for things to take time. Many times people come into your life to do more wrong than good. Many times they come into your life to feed you that cheap dopamine we talked about, and then take their leave. Maybe you had to experience what you did, because only you can see the lesson built within it. Stop pitying yourself or questioning why this happened to you. Stop holding on to a person with their back turned towards you. Keep your head up. The same lesson will be taught to you over and over again with different people if you do not put a foot down and take control of yourself. You need to be okay with being alone. You will leave this earth alone. An overreaction is never needed, and yes, depending on the situation sometimes, there are negative feelings involved, but try to never hold resentment for anyone. You don't need any enemies. That in itself drains energy and requires too much effort. You need to spend that effort finding your true self. 3. Physical appearance, taking care of yourself and building confidence. Physical appearance not only affects the way people see you, but most importantly affects the way you see yourself. Your physical appearance is the first thing people notice about you, so it's important you're taking care of it. Glow-ups are mainly based on how you changed physically. Ensure you're making changes to your diet, cut out sugar, incorporate a lot of whole grain meals, drink a lot of water. Men should have on average 3.7 liters and women 2.7 liters according to Mayo Clinic, and engage in regular physical activity. If you cannot afford a gym membership, carry out home workouts, even if it's something as simple as going up and down stairs. Remember, only 10 minutes of daily activity is better than nothing. Finally, ensure that you're working on fixing your sleep schedule. Staying up till 3 a.m. scrolling through Reels and TikToks is pathetic, and is not a habit your ideal self would indulge in. In fact, practice to stay off of any form of social media an hour before you sleep. Allow your body to rest and regenerate. Fixing your sleep schedule will contribute to many things. For example, your skin, and therefore will help to improve your appearance. However, a healthy diet and exercise is not enough. In order to improve your physical appearance, you should ensure you're working on your personal hygiene as well. Take regular showers and ensure you're cleansing your skin. Make sure you're wearing clean clothes, regularly change your clothes, swap your toothbrush for a new one every 4 months, and use deodorant or antiperspirant to control body odor. In terms of dressing and style, wear clothes that fit well and complement your body type. Color coordination can make a key difference. The point is to experiment with different styles and find what you like seeing in the mirror, or what gets you more compliments. All these tips that work on improving your physical appearance will help to improve your self-confidence. Some other things to mention. Work on maintaining a good posture by sitting up and standing straight, especially during passive activities such as watching this video. Practice confident body language by making eye contact and having a firm handshake. Furthermore, be alive, smile, and be grateful for the little things that you take for granted. It is good practice to acknowledge the amount of blessings you have, for example having a roof over your head and having access to clean water, etc. Even during hardships, maintain a positive attitude. 4. Building your knowledge by reading. One thing every individual lacks is knowledge. One of the most powerful tools for personal growth and expanding your horizons and perspectives is the simple act of reading. Reading broadens your knowledge and deepens the understanding of the world around you. It enhances your critical thinking skills and improves your ability to analyze information. This can be one of the beneficial ways in which you can spend your time doing during your dopamine detox. There are a lot of self-help books out there, for example the most recognized one being called Atomic Habits. If you haven't read this book yet, I suggest you start off with this book and then broaden your spectrum. Not everyone will find such books helpful, and if that's the case for you then reading other material may be a better way to spend time. However, never make excuses for yourself and try reading these books thoroughly before doing so, then you can choose the best decision for you. Start by setting aside a dedicated time each day or week to reading. Even if it's as small as reading a page, let that be your starting point. When you start building yourself up and prioritizing yourself, you can then find yourself naturally dedicating more time to reading. You can also engage with reading material actively. Take notes, underline passages that stand out to you, and reflect on what you've read. This will help deepen your understanding, help you to retain information, and genuinely learn something. The 4 main methods that I have described are things to start incorporating into your day-to-day life. Stop making excuses for yourself and limiting who you can truly be. Time is ticking, and tomorrow is never granted. The only person who can drag you out of misery is you. Start being happy. Thank you for spending your time watching this video. I hope you can take something out of it, and only if you would like to, I'd really be honored if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hopefully, we can all reach towards our full potential one day. I'm sure of it.